when something like that happens to you, because one day you have less than zero, and then the next day you get a check. Yeah. Nothing wrong with getting a check. Until the government finds out about it. And then, yeah, and that's what happened. Our manager called me one day and he said, "Do you have a bunch of student loans that you haven't paid?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, of course I have a bunch of student loans that I didn't pay. Everybody's got a bunch of student loans that I didn't pay." And he's like, "Well, you gotta pay those loans off right now. You gotta pay them off right now." And I'm like, and I got up on my soapbox and I'm like, "Listen, man, education is a right, not a privilege. F those student loans. I'm not paying them back. No, no, no." And you know what he said to me? He said, "You're middle class now. F you're paying them back." So here I am. Solidly middle class, no student loan debt. What the is that? Okay. Anyway, the point of that story is not that I am debt-free as far as my student loans go, but that I get to come back here all these years later and I still get to play the song and you guys still show up, and thank you very much for that. And I still say, F those student loans.
Roscoe, come here. This is my dog. Come here. Come here. Come here. He's not coming to me because this guy is bald. So he's going to do whatever he wants. Unless Mama yells at him. Then he's like, he listens. Okay, here we go. This is called Bound. We're on our way back home. Oh yeah. Roscoe, take it. See, now he gets shy. Yeah, 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 yeah. What I meant.
Yeah.
Like, what was that new song you were showing me this morning? I'm a cow.
Cow or something like
Yeah, it's
that.
like,
I'm a
what?
cow.
I'm
No,
a cow.
it's not one of our
No,
new
no,
songs.
no, no,
I was gonna say,
it's just a
who has
song.
taken a turn.
Yeah.
I was like, is this one of the songs you forgot
Bitch.
the lyrics to? That's the new.
I'm a cow.
Bitch, I'm a cow.
I'm a cow.
Yeah.
Moo.
Yeah.
And that's like
yeah.
the most popular
It's
out there right
24
now.
million plays.
Really?
Or
What?
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is it like a person in a cow costume?
Yeah,
or is
green screen
At one
and
point,
some
at
booty
one
shaking
point,
around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At one
always.
point, I mean, she's drinking a milkshake.
Okay.
And at
She's
one
got French
point,
fries
she's got
in her
French
nose.
fries sticking out of her
Yeah.
nose. It's
Hilarious.
as my wife is from Argentina.
Yeah.
Her family's from Argentina, and they're Latin. So
Yep.
they got her ears pierced about 12 seconds after she was born.
Whoa.
And I was like, I didn't get my ears pierced till I was 13. This is bullshit. I'd like to be part of the decision.
I went to the
Yeah.
mall. I went to Claire's like a real man.
Yeah, I went to the piercing pagoda.
I have a mouth like a dirty friggin' sailor. And I went to Catholic school. And I lived right across the street from the school. So if I effed up in school, the nun called mom, and I had to like race across the street so I could answer the phone before she could. So I could lie, because then I would get my pounded in twice. They don't do that anymore? So we got this new record out. Well, it's not that new. It's been out a while. Isn't it? Isn't it just so hot? All right, cool. Cool off that, will ya? Oh my God. I said this the other night. We were playing someplace that was really, really hot, and I think I offended the hell out of some people there. Because I said, oh my God, I'm sweating like a hooker in church. And then I was like, no, wait a minute.
It's so hot, I'm sweating like a priest at a Boy Scout camp. And I said, f it. I'm a Catholic, I can do that. You know why? Because it's awesome. This is the best part about being a Catholic, except getting beaten by nuns and standing, sitting, kneeling. Stand, sit, kneel. Stand, sit, kneel. You get to go to confession, and they have to forgive you. Like any up thing you do, they have to forgive you. But you know what I used to do when I was in confession? Like, I was not a good kid, I was a bad kid, and we would steal, and we would get in fights, and we would swear, and we would smoke cigarettes and steal beer from our parents and stuff. And so I would go into the confessional because I was terrified of the priest, because they knew who you were, even through that little curtain, and they'd beat the shit out of you if you told them anything really bad. So I would go in there and I would say, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. My last confession was 1 month ago. These are my sins. I used a word I shouldn't have, and I took a quarter from my father's dressing table, and then this was my last sin every time. I lied. Because I figured that was the loophole. And then he's like, well, go out and don't sin anymore. Say 3 Hail Marys. I was like, 3 Hail Marys? Yes! All you bozos told the truth and you're doing the act of contrition and 15 rosaries, I'm out of there. Because I got a loophole. I don't know what the hell that had anything to do with anything. I just felt like talking about it. Best part about summer? Sweaty girls, yeah, you're right. Absolutely right, mister. Sweaty girls.
So, as I was saying, I met Robbie. This is 30 years ago I met Robbie. I was a young man. I was young and broke. And I'm just trying to look over here to see if his daughter's here. No, she's not here. Okay, I can tell the story then. So, when you're 19 and broke, and you're sort of like a young man, and so many young men in that position do what I did, which was I tried to find a girlfriend with a rich father. And that failed miserably. But I had plan B all lined up, which was I was going to start selling weed. So I did. And if I'd have stuck with that over the past 30 years, I'd have had a hell of a lot more money than I do, so. So I was selling weed, and then one day, hello? And there who comes knocking on my door, this guy right here.
Hey man, somebody told me you got some weed.
So I took care of him, and then he had to medicate, as they say now. So while he was getting medicated, I was sitting there, and we said, you know, we should start a band.
Because we had everything we needed.
Because we had the two most essential elements that you need to start a band. And that's weed. I had weed. He had a car. So the natural thing to do is start a band. Because you get in the car with the weed, and then you drive around, and you swap it for guitars and stuff. So then,
before you know it,
it's 30 years later, and young guys, and we were traveling all over the country, and then, we used to meet, you would meet tons of pretty girls, and they'd be like, oh, I love your band so much. And I'd be like, thank you very much. And then now we meet tons of pretty girls, and they say, oh, my mom loves your band so much. That's all right. I probably do know a few of your moms. Like from school, right?